This week we're learning about reading assessment. I'm going to take you on a quick tour of what you have to do this week. We'll start off with the story of the week, and we're reading the story Testing Miss Malarkey, which goes along with our theme of assessment. You're going to find ways to integrate the book into the curriculum. Then go through our morning message. Then we're going to do an exclusion brainstorm looking at the kinds of assessment. Read the list of words on the left and figure out which words don't belong. You can just jot these down and then check them on the next slide. The next activity is called a vocabulary predictor. Click on the die right here. You're going to then be taken to an online dice. You're going to read the word right here that matches whatever you roll. Then you're going to predict what you think the definition is by clicking here, and that will take you to a Padlet board where you can predict your definition. We'll have some slides to have podcasts. So we have a podcast on assessment and evaluation. We have a podcast on current trends, high stakes testing, problems with high stakes testing, authentic assessment. Then you're going to do a closed vocabulary sort. This can be found also in D2L in the presentation folder, and you can handwrite your answers right on it, and this does go in the Dropbox. Check your answers, and there is a little presentation there that explains your answers. It's kind of long, but please make sure you take the time to do it because it really is valuable in understanding the difference. The second part of our presentation looks at running records, and this is an assessment that we have found to be the most valuable indicator of a student's decoding skills. So you have a podcast and a video. You have another video on scoring, some links to helpful apps for doing running records, and a podcast. These are also handouts that I have linked that you can also find on D2L, and there's a podcast that explains how to use them because you're going to be trying it out on the next slide. So this is a 6-step slide. You're going to go to D2L and print off this handout. You're going to also find the book there if you want it. You don't need it though. Then you're going to watch this video of a child reading a story. You're going to complete the running record as you go. Then you're going to watch my video of coding to the video. Then you're going to look at the coding miscues. And this is going to explain how you code what you've just done. You're going to Dropbox the running record, and then you're going to click here and you're going to give a recommendation. If you were this student's teacher, what you would recommend for them next when you plan their reading lesson. Moving out of the running record, we're going to look at other kinds of informal assessments. There's a podcast for each one. This has a nice video attached. Another podcast with some links here. I also would like you to click here and you can go a little further into the Evernote system. And then last but not least, I want you to see some of the good resources we have out there for assessment. And you can click here and read the article from Reading Rockets. Also, head to my pin board here to see some of my assessment that I have pinned. And last, click here to post any questions you may have or share an idea that you found that you'd like to share with the group. Either is fine, but make sure you do it because it's worth participation points. And then this is our recap of what's due. You can read through that, and then you know what you have to Dropbox and what you have to check to see that you've done online.